Hello students. In the previous sessions, in session 1, we discussed about the introduction to your self-management, how you can actually manage yourself and what all implications it can have, okay, if you manage yourself, okay. Now, in this session, in session 2, we will be discussing about building self-confidence, how we can build our own self-confidence. We will be discussing about that. Let's begin. What is self-confidence? Self-confidence is having, that belief in yourself that, okay, the task which has been assigned, okay, I can do it. That trust in yourself is your self-confidence, that yes, I can do it. Okay, so self-confidence means having trust in one's ability, qualities and judgment. Confidence is a state of mind. Okay, it is a state of mind. It is having faith in yourself. It is not a set of rules. There are no set of rules beta to build your self-confidence or to have confidence. Okay, but it is a state of mind. It depends on our thinking. Okay, when we are just determined enough that yes, I can do it, so that is self-confidence. Okay, but yes, it can be attained and strengthened through positive thinking, knowledge, practicing skills, talking to positive people. By practicing all these things, by having positive approach and positive thinking, okay, by acquiring knowledge, like whenever you are going for something or doing something, a task or something, okay, then having knowledge about that gives us confidence. Okay, if I know about a subject and if I have to speak about that subject, then I will be much more confident. Okay, and if I don't have any knowledge about that specific topic or subject, then I will fumble, I will not be confident enough. Okay, so knowledge is very important. Practicing skills, practicing your confidence, talking to positive people. Talking to positive people, it actually helps a lot. We don't give importance to this point much, but if you're surrounded by positive people, or the people those who are always positive, happy, okay, they carry a very positive energy and that is very contagious. Like if you're meeting somebody positive, okay, then that person will definitely transfer his positivity into you. Self-confidence is a combination of a state of mind and a strong feeling of self-belief. Okay, it is a combination of your state of mind, like what you're actually thinking, and your self-belief, that believing in yourself. It is the inner voice that gives you power to accept challenges. That self-confidence is that power which actually drives you, okay, to complete your tasks, to accomplish your missions, okay, and take calculated risk. Past experiences also have an impact on your confidence level. Okay, past experiences, they actually have a very huge impact. Like if in past, okay, you were not doing good, or you could not see, if you're, for example, if you want to learn swimming, okay, in the first year when you started learning swimming, then in the initial days, okay, if you were drowning or something like that, okay, then you are actually caught in that phobia of water, then you become hydrophobic or something like that. So your past experiences, they also hold a very important place. Okay, if you were successful in the past in the same situation, you would have a higher confidence, and if you would have been successful in your past, then you will be like more confident about that certain thing, that yes, I can do it. Else you will fear to face the situation. Higher the self-confidence, more the chances of success. So that is why you should always be positive and confident enough whenever you're starting with something new. Okay, now factors influencing your self-confidence. What are the factors which actually influence your self-confidence? Confidence comes from feelings of well-being, acceptance of your body and mind, okay, your self-esteem and belief in your own daily skills and experience. Basically, if you want to be confident, then your acceptance level should be very high. Like you have to accept yourself, Okay, if I am fat, yes, I am fat. What's the problem? You have to accept your body, you have to accept your mind. Like, some students, they're average, okay, in studies. So they also have to accept it first that, okay, yes, I'm an average child, but I have to put in the effort to become an excellent one. Okay. There are many important factors that affect your self confidence and self esteem. First is your social factor, second is your cultural factor, and third is your physical factor. We'll be discussing all these three. First is social factor. Social factor, it plays very important role, okay, in the making of the individual. Like, whenever an individual is building up, then social factor plays a very important role. Social factors are often the experiences from the surrounding that influence the individual's personality, attitude, and lifestyle. Basically, whatever is happening around us, that actually affects our mentality, okay, our personality, attitude, and lifestyle. Okay, we are living in India, we prefer Indian clothes more than Western outfit because we are living in India, so the lifestyle is because of the social surroundings. It consists of your parents, siblings, friends, neighbors, relatives, classmates, and even strangers. Okay, the people around you, they actually affect your self confidence. You gain or lose self confidence depending on the response you get on how others treat you. Basically, like, if you are doing something and your parents, they are like, no, you cannot do it, okay, yeah, you could not do it. If they'll be always like this, then you might lose your self confidence. And if the people around you are motivating enough that yes, you can do it and you're doing it in the right way, then you will definitely gain your self confidence. So that depends on the people around you, how they are actually treating you, okay, how they behave with you, and what they think about you. The experience you have with your parents, teachers, and peers leave a deep impact on your psychology. Okay, these experiences, they actually build your psychology. It will even affect your behavior after a few years when you will face a similar situation. Okay, this will also affect your behavior as well. Like, if your parents are always scolding you, if your teachers are always scolding you, then your behavior will also change, and you will also be like very frustrating and angry kind of a child. So it is important to be very happy. Therefore, support, encouragement, and praise to the accomplishments are the most powerful factors in the development of your self confidence. Sometimes the punishment and condemnations develop fear and anxiety, restricting him to take, okay, or face the challenges. Basically, sometimes what happens is, if you are punishing a child too much, then that child might face fear and anxiety. And in that case, what happens is, like, if the child is doing the right thing also, then also he or she will not be confident enough. Okay, therefore, support, encouragement, and praise accomplishment by the are the most powerful factors in developing the self-confidence. Sometimes the punishment and condemnation develop fear and anxiety, restricting him to take the right step. A low self-esteem can reduce the quality of person's life in many different ways. Okay, if you're having a very low self-esteem, okay, if you're not giving, a low self-esteem comes from when you are not giving enough importance to yourself, when you are always underestimating yourself and being negative, okay, then there will be a constant negative feeling around you. The constant self-criticism can lead to persistent feelings of sadness, depression, anxiety, anger, shame, or guilt. Okay, all these feelings, they cripple in you every now and then. If you have a very low self-esteem, if you're not giving importance to yourself, then you will face all these things, and I don't want my children to face all that. So be happy. Okay, next, your cultural factor. Culture, religion, value, tradition, belief, behavior, community plays an important role. The background you belong, okay, the culture you belong, the religion you belong, they also build your self confidence. Okay, they also help you build in a human being, they also help you build your personality. Okay, so look around and observe. There are individuals coming from different culture background with the vast difference in belief and behavior pattern. For example, some cultural values restrict individuals to express their thoughts, dress up in a certain manner, and live without freedom. Such individual seems to have low confidence. They act according to the expectation of the society they live in. Basically, there are certain religions, they suppress you. Okay, they are not that freedom giving. They are not that liberal enough. Okay, so you always have that constant pressure on you of performing under those boundaries, or in those boundaries and under that pressure. Fine. So this also builds a person's personality. On the other hand, some of the cultural environment supports self dependence, free to present their opinion. Individuals from such a background are more dependent, competent, and assertive. They show confidence and do not hesitate to take the challenges or failures. And then, on the other hand, there are certain cultures in which the freedom has been given to talk. Okay, they can keep their viewpoint and everything. So, in that case, the child, the one who is actually brought up in that cultural values, with those cultural values, can actually perform in a better way. That child can be much more dependent. Okay, you can depend on that child. That child will be more competent. Fine. So the freedom is very important, the liberty is important. Culture is an important factor that shapes your personality, influences the manner you learn and behave. Next is your physical factor. Physical factors such as the environment, appearance, health, intellect are equally important. The physical environment, that is also very important. That also helps in shaping your personality and your self-confidence. If you're at a clean place, okay, you will feel pleasant and energetic. Rather a surrounding that are damp and smelly. Okay, if a place is having some smell kind of a thing, and it is always stinking and all, then you will always be surrounded by negativity and all. Taking good care of your mind, body and soul boost your self-confidence. Regardless of your appearance and physical strength, a person with healthy mind and intellect, okay, come out much more confident and have higher self-esteem. A person with a very strong mind has got a very high self-esteem, and that actually boosts your self-confidence. They keep themselves updated and keep their knowledge, enhance their knowledge. This drive for learning new skills release their true worth and make them confident. With positive attitude and healthy body, one can overcome all the challenges and boost their confidence. Okay, if you'll be having a healthy body and positive attitude, then you will be able to take the challenges in a much better way. Now let's explore. Your level of self-confidence can show in many ways: your behavior, your body, how you speak and what you say, and so on. Following is the comparison between your behavior and your self-confidence. Okay, confident behavior and the behavior with low self-confidence. Confident behavior will have doing what you believe to be right, even if others mock, disapprove or criticize you for. Like if the people around you are criticizing also, then also you will believe in yourself and you will be confident. You will not be looking for approvals. And if you have low self-esteem, overriding your behavior based on what others think, you will always be thinking what the other person is thinking. Being willing to take risk and then go the extra mile to achieve better things. If you're confident, you will do extra things also. But if you have low self confidence, staying in your comfort zone, fearing failure, and therefore avoiding and taking risk, you will be doing all that. Confident behavior, acknowledging your mistakes and learning from them. You will acknowledge them and you will learn from them. Okay. With low self confidence, trying hard to cover up the mistakes, you will always be covering your mistakes. Okay, you will not be taking charge of it, that you can fix the problem before anyone notices. Confident behavior, waiting for others to congratulate you on your achievements. Praising your, on low self confidence, praising your own merits and often as possible to as many people as possible. You'll be like boosting yourself in front of everyone. Confident behavior, accepting compliments courteously, like thank you. You will be having that gratitude. Okay, I worked hard on a project, I'm pleased you recognize my efforts. You'll be like this. And if you'll be having low self confidence, then you will be like dismissing compliments casually. Oh, that project was nothing, anyone could have done it, like that. Now, self confidence building tips, how you can enhance your self confidence. First is get to know yourself. Okay, be aware of your thoughts and self worth. You should be always aware about yourself. Okay, that you are worthy enough. Okay, if you have negative thoughts, acknowledge them and write them down. You can then reflect on it and find ways to improve. Like then you can just write it down, acknowledge them, think about them, and then just remove them. Recognize your strength and weakness and work on them to gain the self confidence. Change your body language. You can instantly feel and look confident by just changing your postures. Okay, with a smile, and even make eye contact. Okay, if you are actually keeping your body language proper, then also you will be, and you have to practice that. Okay, and if you'll be practicing that, then your confidence will boost. Think positive. Always think positive, beta. See the glass half full, not half empty. At times you say it, I can't, I won't, or I am unable to. These are the instant pessimistic reactions. Okay, whenever you hear such things from within, reply to a positive note, yes. Okay, don't always say no to things, try at least. Okay, think positive. Create a positive support network. Okay, surround yourself with positive people. It means find people who make you feel good about yourself and avoid those who tend to trigger your negative thinking. Okay, don't go for the negative people. Having a supportive network in a great way to boost confidence, as they will make you feel more positive, encourage and help improve your self esteem. Okay, they will help you out with things. Celebrate small victories. If just celebrate small things. Celebrate those small things in your life and you will have your positivity back. Celebrating small victories is a great way to start feeling better about yourself and build self-confidence. Do not underestimate yourself. Never ever underestimate yourself. Rather give yourself credit. Okay, and take pride in doing things. Okay, feel good about yourself. Like if you have done something, take pride. Feel proud of yourself. Okay, remember that nobody is perfect. Always remember that nobody is perfect. I am not perfect, you are not perfect, parents are not perfect, nobody is perfect. Okay, so do not judge them on their mistakes. Always strive to be the best version. All we can do is we can just try to be the best ones. Okay, but no judgments. Fine, we can always try for the perfection. Focus on future and not on past. Think about the future. Okay, don't just stick to your past and crib that, okay, I could not do that, I could not do this. Fine, don't do that. Okay, always be positive. Think about the future, that yes, I will do it in future. Practice self-care. Take care of yourself. You need to look after yourself and have some time in order to feel good. Give time to yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of the thoughts which are actually popping up in your mind. Okay, that is also very important. Looking after yourself will help you feel so much better, and when you are feeling positive, good health head place, you will start to work with confidence. Okay, now you have to do these questions and answers. Okay, and the chapter is over. And if you find any problem, beta, then just talk to me or ask me. I'll be there to help you out, and I'll be very happy to help you. But all I want is that practice positive thinking, be positive in your life, and everything will be fine. Okay.